Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here. Contagious Collection, back with another video. Uh, Another PlayStation 2 action platformer, must play, must owns. This time I'm gonna do it on a different genre of games. Um, Only picked out 5 games this time. I was just looking through my shelf. I was like, let me do a different one as far as like recommended games would go. And these are all solid, phenomenal titles. I mean, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think, of course. And as the saying goes, sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink and snacks, and here we go. I'm going to get right into it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. First game I'm going to show as a recommended title for the PS2 is going to be Klonoa 2 Lunate's Veil, or Veil, I believe it's pronounced. This game is such a fun game, guys. If you guys come across this, highly recommend it before it gets crazy out of price. I remember picking this up like a few years ago with like a bunch of other games, and I had heard about it at the time, but I wasn't too sure of what it was. Look at that cover art. That just looks so freaking sick. Really cool cover art. There is also a part one of this on the original PlayStation, the PlayStation 1. Um, and it is super expensive. It's pretty pricey for a complete copy. It goes for actually quite a bit. And this one, as far as like price goes, again, I don't care about prices or anything like that. I care about collecting games and playing them and enjoying them. That's the whole point of my collection as far as collecting video games go. But uh, thankfully, I'm blessed enough to have a Japanese PS2, which I could play Japanese PS1 games and PS2 games since the PS2 is backwards compatible. So for part one, I picked up um, for the Japanese PlayStation 2. Well, you could play on a PS2, of course. Part one, I got the Japanese version, which is the cheaper route, and I got a really good deal. I paid probably like $20 for it, or $20 and some change, something like that, off of eBay a while back. That's a great game as well, of course. And this is basically like more of a 2.5D, probably you would say, action platformer. It's side scrolling, but it's so much fun. It all there's also like it goes into like 3D mode as well, where there's like certain stages where it kind of like switches up as far as like the camera view goes. But yeah, this is just an amazing game, guys. I can't recommend it enough. So if you guys are, of course, into platformer games, definitely check this game out. Klonoa 2 Lunates Veil, or Veil. It's yeah, it's a very unique, very different style of uh, as far as like action platformer games go. It has its own unique touch to it. It is a Namco title, even as far as like gameplay goes, like the action mechanics, or like whenever you're like fighting against enemies and stuff like that. It might take a little getting used to the controls, but once you get to it, it's not that awful. It's not at all. But once you get used to the controls, it's a phenomenal game. A must-have. A must-have if you're into PlayStation collecting, PlayStation 2 game. Definitely a must-have. Awesome game. I love that game. Next game is going to be Tokobot Plus Mysteries of the Karakuri. This one's still sealed. I still haven't opened it, but I have seen gameplay footage of it. I mean, there is also a PSP copy of this. I don't know if it's a different game, but I've seen Tokobot on the PSP. It's probably a different version. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same as the PS2. But another game, guys, that I don't hear a lot of people talking about this at all. I rarely see it or hear about it. And the reason how I find out about games like this is I do a lot of research. I watch a lot of YouTube videos even before when I started collecting, just sponging it in as far as like knowledge goes, basically, and about finding out about games and just creating a list, just writing lists. And it's also a really cool uh, accomplishment for me to like just to check off or just like cross off games off of that list. It feels good to like adding certain games to the collection that you want and need. So the gameplay, as far as this goes, it's very interesting. Again, very neat and different than your average action platformer. You play as this character. I believe that's the main character right there, and you have all these like Tokobots. They're like robots where you connect them together. You use them as a weapon too, as far as like attacking enemies, boss battles. As far as I remember when I watched the video, and the neat thing about it is like there's certain areas where maybe it could be where you have to cross to get to the next part. You use these robots, Tokobots, or whatever they're, yeah, Tokobots, I guess they're like little robot thingies, and you use them to like build a bridge to cross over. And if you have to climb up to get to a different area, like there's no ladders, you use the Tokobots again to like form a ladder, and you go to the next area which you need to, as far as like the game goes, to like progress and go on. But yeah, definitely. I haven't played this again. I can't say too much about it. I have watched gameplay footage of it, but from what it seems like, it looks like a really awesome game, and I am definitely going to give this a play. Just playing different games right now, even though for the time being, if a game is sealed in my collection, I keep it sealed for the time being until I come around to it to play the actual game. Then I'll definitely open it up and play it. But yeah, Tokobot plus Mysteries of the Karakuri. Next one, the third game, um, as far as must play, must own games for the PS2 goes, and that is Cow the Kangaroo Round 2. Now, as far as this part 1, I know part 1 is on the Dreamcast. I don't have that yet, still looking out for that. But this is a super fun game as well, guys. You play as a kangaroo with boxing gloves, and you just go around, kind of like I don't want to say it's exactly like what's it called? I don't want to say it's exactly like Ratchet and Clank or like Jack, but it Jack and Dexter or anything like that. It's very similar, like as far as like the camera view goes, and you just go around and beat up enemies. It is a Atari title, of course, a newer that Atari developed or published. Oh yeah, it felt kind of light. I was about to say that the manual's missing on this, but no, it's actually complete with the manual, which is great. So yeah, it's as it says on the back over here: battle through 21 action-packed levels in 5 worlds. Control a remarkable assortment. Control a remarkable assortment of vehicles, including a snowboard, a catapult, and a motherboat. Uh, faster, I said faster. Sorry. Master 7 fighting techniques from boomerang throwing to devastating tail attacks. Haven't played too much of this. Again, this is another game that I want to get into. As far as the franchise goes, I believe there is only one on the Dreamcast, and part two was on the PlayStation 2, of course. I don't know if it's on different consoles or other platforms or anything like that. But as far as I know, one is on Dreamcast, part two is on this. So yeah, Cal the Kangaroo 2. No, Cal the Kangaroo Round 2. Oh, okay. So that kind of makes sense in a way. I never caught on to that, but just now, since it's called a Round 2 and he has the boxing gloves, that's actually a really cool theme to it. That's pretty awesome, actually. All right, next one I'm going to show is Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I believe this is also on the PSP as well. But as far as oh man, okay, as far as this game goes, it's not an official quote unquote part of the series. Now I have all of the games as far as like the Ratchet and Clank games go, except I believe for one, which I'm missing, and I'm still looking out for that, which is on the PS3. I absolutely love this series. It's so much fun. You get like different gadgets, different weapons, and of course, the main character you play as Ratchet, and your sidekick is Clank. Absolutely fun game. I haven't played this to truth be told as well, but I have seen gameplays on this, and just off watching the gameplay footage, I would highly recommend it. It is a super fun game. Size Clank, Ratchet and Clank size matters. So yeah, really cool stuff right there. And the next one, last but definitely not least, is Secret Agent Clank. Again, this isn't an official part of the Ratchet and Clank series, but it to me it kind of is because Ratchet, actually Clank is a part of that. So it's really cool. I bought this a long time ago actually, and it's still sealed. Haven't played it yet, but man, what a phenomenal game! Again, I've watched just basing it off uh, video gameplay footage. It looks like a super awesome game, and again, I would recommend it. And I wish all of the PlayStation 2 games had that, where it says only on PlayStation. That would have been really cool. Some of them have it, some of them don't. But yeah, so you play as the main character, as the main protagonist, which is Clank, as hence the title. It goes Secret Agent Clank. It looks like a very fun, uh, kind of like a 3D action platformer where you play as Clank and you're just beating up enemies and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, highly recommend that. Even though I haven't played it yet, uh, again, just looking like watching like 10-second footage like of the actual gameplay, and if I get into it like that, I mean, I was like, I'm definitely gonna pick that game up. Again, it's been in my collection. Of course, it's gonna stay in the collection for a very long time. Uh, as far as I'm around and playing and collecting video games, it's gonna of course stay in my collection. So these are the five must plays, must owns as far as PlayStation games go, guys. Show it again: Secret Agent Clank, Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters, Cal the Kangaroo Round 2, Tokobot Plus Mysteries of the Karakuri, and Klonoa 2 Lunates Veil or Veal, however you pronounce that. So yeah, these are my must play, must owns as far as action platformers or platformer games go for the PS2. And I'm definitely going to do more different genres as far as recommendations go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. These are again my personal picks that I'm recommending for people that don't know or want to get into these games. If you're a PlayStation 2 collector or if you want to play these games, I can't say it enough. Again, highly recommend it. These are all amazing, fantastic titles. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking time and watching my video. I really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for the continuous support that I've been getting. I love being a part of this video game community. Everybody's just so friendly, so cool, and all of that good stuff. Just, I ended up, you know, making friends through YouTube, which if it wasn't for YouTube, obviously, a lot of gamers and collectors I wouldn't even, you know, end up knowing because everyone's in like living in different states and all that. But it's really cool that we have that bond and that one thing that we have so much in common when it comes to video game collecting, action figures, or video game items, anything that's video game related. or movies. Me being a huge movie fan, as you guys know, if you watch my videos, I'm very heavy into 80s and 90s movies. I just absolutely love that stuff. It's just something about it where it takes me back kind of like in time, and maybe it could be stuff that I watched as a kid, or it could be anything. Even when it comes to video games, a lot of these games I never played as a kid, I never had as a kid, but it's better late than never. And enjoying them as an adult is just like, wow, man. It's just me talking about it. It just gives me the goosebumps. That's how much I enjoy and love video games. So it's just really fun. I love it. It's really cool. So again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for taking time out of your day and watching my video. Thanks for the continuous support again. And you know, let me know what you guys think. Leave me some comments down below. And yeah, hope you all are staying safe out there. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you very much again for watching. Until next time, Sammy's outie.
I'll be back.